Have you ever felt like screaming out of confusion and frustration, wondering why she never texts first but always replies when you do? Do you wonder if this is a mind game she's playing, or if she simply doesn't care and is just being polite? These questions are completely valid because they come from a desire to better understand how she truly feels. Does she like you? Or is this just a way to maintain a casual, non-committal relationship? If these thoughts are bothering you, then you've come to the right place. In today's video, I'll reveal 6 reasons why she never texts first, but always replies to your messages. These reasons will not only help you understand the situation better, but also provide ways you can respond effectively. Let's explore. Reason 1. You like her, but so do many other guys. You like her, but you're not the only one. She's an attractive woman, and that attractiveness makes her the center of attention for many other men. This means she constantly receives attention, messages, and interest from many sides. Her phone might be overflowing with unread messages, not because she's deliberately ignoring you, but simply because she can't keep up with them all. She may feel overwhelmed by the amount of interaction, to the point that replying to each message becomes a task she doesn't want to invest too much time or energy in. This is not just a matter of time, but also relates to female psychology. A woman who receives attention from many people tends to value herself highly. This doesn't mean she's arrogant or disrespectful. It just means she's used to being noticed. In her mind, each message is part of a long list of people trying to get her attention. In that case, responding is not a top priority, but instead, she will choose to interact with people or relationships that she feels are most important or interesting. Moreover, her choice also depends on how you stand out from the crowd of pursuers. If you're just like everyone else, always enthusiastically texting, always available to reply, always waiting for her attention, then you're easily categorized as ordinary in her eyes. For a woman with many options, she will naturally be attracted to men who are not easily accessible, who don't put her at the center of their lives, and who know how to maintain their value in her eyes. So, if you notice that she doesn't respond enthusiastically or doesn't spend much time with you, don't be discouraged or feel looked down upon. It's not because you're not important, but because she's caught up in the whirlwind of attention from too many other people. Instead of trying to squeeze in to win a place in her mind, focus on building your own value so that she herself recognizes your difference and unique appeal. Hark Thu declared, "Women are attracted to confident men who are not caught up in the competitive spiral and who know how to make her feel curious, not those who are always trying to please her." Reason 2. She's unsure about her feelings for you. This puts things in a state of limbo. In her mind, you may be an interesting person, but not enough for her to place you in an important position in her life. This uncertainty often stems from the fact that she doesn't feel strongly attracted or hasn't found a big enough reason to invest emotionally in the relationship. So texting or staying in touch with you is not her top priority. This doesn't mean she doesn't like you, it just means she's not motivated enough or doesn't feel ready to go further. Boy. The psychology of a woman in this case is very complex. Women often need time to evaluate a relationship, especially when they are unsure of their feelings. They may carefully consider, asking themselves whether this relationship is worth investing in, and whether you are truly the one who brings them the feeling of security, excitement, and the future they expect. If you haven't truly won her heart, it may be because you haven't created enough attraction, both emotionally and in terms of value. In addition, a woman's uncertainty about her feelings sometimes also reflects her mood or circumstances at that time. She may be distracted by other things in life, such as work, family, or other relationships. This makes her not have enough psychological space to seriously consider a relationship with you. Or maybe she is being affected by past hurts, making her hesitant to let her heart open again. However, you should not take this uncertainty as an outright rejection. Instead, see this as an opportunity for you to clarify your value and show her that you are not easily swayed. Instead of pushing her to give an answer or texting frequently to stay in touch, create some distance and let her explore her own feelings. A woman is often attracted to a man who knows how to create space, knows how to maintain personal value, and is not too dependent on her attention. Reason 3. She has had bad experiences in previous relationships. That bad relationship has left deep scars in her heart. For her, every relationship carries uncertainty and risk, especially when old wounds still haunt her. Women, in such circumstances, often tend to set up emotional barriers to protect themselves. They don't easily open up or pour out their emotions because subconsciously they fear that if they do, the pain of the past may recur. She may be taking time to reflect, wondering if her current feelings for you are truly sincere or just a temporary feeling driven by circumstance or loneliness. Women in this situation are often very sensitive and cautious because they don't want to enter into a relationship that ends up bringing disappointment or pain to both sides. They need time to examine themselves, to make sure they are truly in love, not just seeking temporary comfort. Moreover, she may also be observing you and how you handle the relationship. For a woman who has been hurt, making her feel safe is a decisive factor. Safety here is not only the assurance of affection, but also harmony, respect, and the ability that you can be a companion that she can trust in the future. If you appear hasty, impatient, or demanding, it will only reinforce her doubts and push her further away. If she is taking time to reflect on her feelings and consider the relationship, it may be a positive sign that she is serious. Hurt women will always be cautious before making a decision, and if you can get past that layer of protection, your relationship will have a more solid and sincere foundation. Reason 4. She's intentionally playing hard to get. Some women deliberately create distance in a relationship and don't make themselves too accessible. This is not because they want to play mind games or deliberately confuse you, but simply because they believe that if they are always available, they will become cheap in the eyes of men. This psychology stems from a deep awareness that in many cases, scarcity often increases value. However, they do not know such things about men. If you call her and she answers immediately every time or always agrees to meet without hesitation, she may feel the relationship is out of balance. For many women, being too accessible makes them worry that they are no longer properly valued. They believe their value will be enhanced if their presence is not always available and if you have to work harder to get their attention. Hard work is not always a bad thing. For such women, creating a sense of inaccessibility is not always intended to be controlling or manipulative, but sometimes it's a way they set boundaries. They want you to understand that their attention, time, and affection are precious, not something you can easily achieve with just a few hasty words or actions. This is also how they test whether you are serious and patient enough to go further in the relationship. However, it's important to understand that not all women who play hard to get have positive intentions. Some use this tactic to maintain control in the relationship or to keep multiple options at the same time. They may not really want to commit to you, but they don't want you to leave either. Therefore, it's important that you identify her intentions through her actions, not just through the signals you speculate on your own. If she appears naturally hard to get, treat this positively. Instead of feeling discouraged or rejected, understand that she is trying to maintain her value and wants you to take her more seriously. Conversely, if you realize that she is deliberately playing hard to get, just to manipulate your emotions or maintain an unclear relationship, be careful. Such relationships often lead to fatigue and imbalance. Always remember that in a healthy relationship, both parties should feel safe and respected. Therefore, when dealing with this type of woman, the most important thing is that you maintain your value and do not let yourself fall into a passive state. Reason 5. She's afraid of commitment. Quote though, believe it or not all women crave a relationship, and not everyone is ready to enter into a long-term commitment. For some women, the idea of commitment is not just a promise, but also carries the burden of responsibility, constraint, and potential hurt, especially if she has had painful experiences or been hurt by the opposite sex in the past. The fear of commitment can become an invisible barrier preventing her from opening up. These women often build a shell to protect themselves. In their minds, commitment means exposing their weakest and most vulnerable aspects to others, something they're not sure they can endure again. They fear that opening up will bring risks such as betrayal, disappointment, or loss of autonomy in life. This is why they may become shy, avoidant, or even create distance when you express your intention to go further. Notably, the fear of commitment doesn't just stem from past hurts, it can also be related to her not being ready to give up personal freedom. Some women see commitment as a loss of personal space, freedom of choice, and a sense of control over their own lives. They worry that entering a relationship will force them to change themselves, give up personal dreams, or even lose their own identity. The important thing to understand is that fear of commitment is not always a sign that she doesn't like you. Instead, it can reflect her inner struggle between the desire to be loved and the fear of the risks that love can bring. In this case, she may still feel attracted to you, but fear and insecurity will make her hesitant to go further. So what should you do when you realize she has a fear of commitment? First, be patient. Don't rush or pressure her to make a decision, as this will only increase her fear. Instead, create a safe environment where she can feel comfortable sharing her true feelings and thoughts. Trust is the key to overcoming this barrier, and you need to show her that you are not only here to seek a relationship, but also to listen and understand her. Reason 6. Maybe she just wants to keep things casual. Keeping things casual is not entirely the same as her deliberately playing hard to get. When a woman plays hard to get, it can be a strategy to test your seriousness or protect her value. But if she just wants to keep things casual, it means she doesn't want the relationship to go beyond its current state. She may still stay in touch, still reply to your messages out of politeness or to maintain a social relationship, but in reality she doesn't have strong enough feelings to actively take any further steps. This is clearly shown when you stop texting, she doesn't care, or try to maintain contact either. The psychology of a woman who just wants to keep things casual often stems from many factors. Maybe she hasn't felt a deep emotional connection, or doesn't really see you as someone she wants to spend time and mind building a serious relationship with. Or sometimes she may be in a phase of not wanting to commit to anything for personal reasons, such as focusing on her career, dealing with personal issues, or simply not being ready to open up. More importantly, maintaining the relationship at this level can be her way of avoiding feelings of hurt or responsibility. Some women choose to keep things light and comfortable because they don't want to face expectations or pressure from you. In their psychology, this not only helps them avoid emotional risks, but also creates a safe enough distance so they don't have to get too deeply attached. However, for you, who are seriously looking for a lasting relationship, this is a clear signal that you two do not share the same goal. If you want to move towards a long-term relationship, even a commitment as a life partner, then continuing to maintain a casual relationship with her will only lead to fatigue and wasted time. You need to be aware that when a woman doesn't put you on her priority list, it means her feelings aren't strong enough to create a deep connection. Don't confuse politeness with true affection. If she replies to your messages but never initiates, or if all conversations just stop at superficial social exchanges, then this is a sign that she only wants to keep you at the level of an acquaintance. Maintaining this connection is not to develop feelings, but simply to avoid feeling guilty for ignoring you, or to keep a backup option in case of need. This is the time when you need to seriously consider whether the value of your time and emotions is appreciated by her. If you realize that she just wants to keep things light without being truly serious, then be strong and walk away. Ending a superficial relationship not only frees you from hopeless expectations, but also opens up opportunities for you to find someone more suitable, ready to build a relationship with you based on the foundation of sincerity and respect for each other. Facing the complexities of communication in relationships can be confusing, especially when you constantly wonder about her intentions, whether she's getting too much attention from others, is unsure of her feelings, or simply wants to keep things casual. Understanding the reasons behind her actions will help you avoid unnecessary worry and regain control of the situation. The most important thing to remember is to maintain your confidence and self-worth. If her actions show a lack of genuine interest, it's best to let go and invest your time and energy in someone who truly values you. However, if those actions stem from personal difficulties, fear of commitment, or a busy schedule, approach the situation with patience and understanding. Remember, a relationship can only develop if both parties make an effort and respect each other. You deserve someone who not only responds but also actively cares and shows sincerity towards you. Instead of constantly wondering about her response, focus on building your own worth and finding someone who fits your goals and desires. Finally, keep a level head when you consider some relationships of the kind you're looking for. If this article helped you answer your questions, please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to receive more helpful tips and advice to help you deal with the complexities of love and dating. Thank you for reading, and wish you find a relationship worthy of you.